I'll tell people I'm making a movie, and people are like, oh, cool, what kind of movie? And I don't really know what to say.
Gretchen, come say hi.
What's up? It rides so many different frequencies.
The atmosphere is just eerie and layered and fantastic.
It's a psychological horror story, otherwise known as a family drama.
You're here because your family belongs here.
That's a fucking weird way to put it.
I think what surprised me most was how original it is. Tilman is a genius.
He has the entire movie figured out in his head. He has a grasp on the musical quality of the scenes that we're filming.
I love how clear he is about every detail.
He knows exactly what he wants, but he's not stubborn.
He explains things very clearly.
Working with him is like watching a child discover chocolate for the first time. Like, he's so happy to be there. He just wants to play. Everything is about playing.
He's intelligent and serious and respectful.
If the director has all the answers, like, that's my number one resource. That's like all you can ask for. Please let me in right now, please!
Come, yeah.
Hunter's a lovely person, very charming and fun, very commanding and strong.
I think she's the perfect person to bring Gretchen to life. She really has to carry this film because all of the emotional heavy lifting is on her, and she knocks it out of the park.
Now, Gretchen, if there's anything that bothers you, don't be afraid to talk to me.
I've been a fan of Dan's for a while. So talented, psychopathic blue eyes. That's the shade that I like to call them.
If I were you, I wouldn't want to get hurt even more.
Dan is fantastic. I can tell he's also having fun with all of the quirks and maniacal little additions he can make onto Air Condition. It's really fun to watch.
I play the hooded woman. With my background in dance, I could see how she was shifting around in space. Dance is so naturally about observation, finding within movement what that means when you're watching birds, when you're watching deer, when you're watching any animal who is not only seeking something out, but in fear for their lives. How does that come out in somebody who doesn't speak and who expresses differently?
Costume has actually been a huge part of the preparation for this.
Gretchen's jacket is very important, and I thought it should be something shiny, a bit artificial in this natural setting.
I think the jacket is great because it has a really smooth sort of liquidy orange on the inside, and it's almost like guts or something. We never really see the inside of her jacket at the beginning of the movie, but then once she breaks her arm and she has to wear it sort of hanging off of her, and there's another scene where she like wraps Alma with the orange on the outside and she's becoming more exposed, and the jacket is sort of reflective of, oh, here's my insides.
I'm carnage! Mom is dead!
Dario, I think he's done a masterful job of creating an environment. It's your best guess as to where and when we are. You know, we're vaguely in the German Alps, but we don't know anything else.
We knew, okay, we're dealing with parents that are architects, so it's gonna be a nice house. Talking about fairy tales, kind of like the house made out of chocolates. How to get people into getting lost in the woods.
It becomes very unique and timeless, and I think that's very good, very interesting, and very smart.
One of the beautiful things about this is that it's kind of lost in time. It's impossible to tell what decade we're in. The only hint that maybe this is somewhat modern is that people have cell phones, but that's basically the only modern touch. And this ambiguity, I think, is what makes it so special, so cinematic. You know, we're clearly in some kind of alternate reality.
All good stories, fairy tales or otherwise, have the mythical resonance. And for me, Cuckoo has this mythical resonance.
Why me?
It's not about you, you little brat. It's just nature.
We're shooting this on 35mm to give it that fully charged cinematic aesthetic. And it's all the elements from the different genres that Tilman's bringing together in this film.
This movie has a heart. There are some really deep values that it holds around family and love and grief. Whatever you're expecting coming into it, you'll probably still be surprised.
Giving you the chance to be of great use in our quest for preservation.